I'm gonna tell y'all about my first time. My first time off of the one I like to call the Za. Like my first time, bro. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me start from the beginning, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It all started, bro. It all started freshman year, bro. I was 13 years old. I was tripping. Look, don't. That's how I got my username, gang. But Yard Fart is from Smoking the God's Green Lettuce. Look. Okay, so if y'all want to hear, look. So it all started. I was 13 years old, right? And I was don't indulge in it, bro. Don't, you feel me? God's Green Lettuce is like, don't touch God's Green Lettuce. If you never touched it, don't touch God's Green Lettuce, bro. Don't touch it. But look, I ain't gonna lie. I was 13 and I was heartbroken, bro. This girl said she didn't like me, so you already know. I was feeling some type of way, and I was hurt. You feel me? I was hurt. And then my friend was like, bro, I will just for you. No, don't hit God's Green Lettuce, bro. But look, I was feeling some type of way. And I was like, alright. Oh, the Pendriman. I've been off that for a good Oh, you was on the Pendriman. You was on the Pendriman. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I indulged in the Pendriman for a good while too. But if you hit that jump too hard, it's over. It's over, bro. If you hit the Pendriman too hard, it's over. But look, here's my story. So I was heartbroken and stuff, and I was going through it. And my friend was like, "Bro, this will help you out, bro. Like honestly, it helped me. It made me feel better." And then I was like, nah. I always said no. Like anytime somebody offered me the Za, I said no. Like I was a good kid. I said no, and that's the good thing. Stick with it. Don't be like me. Don't be like me and give in to peer pressure, bro. Don't do it. It's not worth it. So I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. And then one day, I went to school and I used to always get butterflies every time I saw this girl, bro. Like all the time, I felt like I had to take a dump. Like I had to take a dookie. Every single time I saw her, I had to take a dookie. I had butterflies in my stomach, bro. I had to take a dump beyond myself, bro. And I wasn't that tall, so those dumps was beyond me, bro. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was really bad. So when I saw her every day, she used to, okay, when you walk like to the school, so when you walk, like when you first walking up to the school and you turn, there was like 3 ways to get into the school. One way, if you sneak in through the culinary room, because we used to sneak out to go hit God's Green Lettuce. I'm not gonna even lie. We used to sneak out to go hit the God's Green Lettuce. So you can go through that way. It's like this red gate. You can hop that way, but it's like spiky kind of. But you can try. If you really wanted God's Green Lettuce, bro, you was gonna do anything for it. So you could either go that way or you just go straight and you turn and it's like obviously the front of the building right there. You just walk up to the school, or you can go around where the office is at and go through the office. So I used to always go through the front gate. And once you get straight up there, because it was like early in the morning, once you get straight up there, she was right there glowing, bro. She was glowing like the beautiful light bulb that she was, bro. She was just glowing, bro. I'm not going to say her name, but she was just glowing, bro. Like, she just looked magnificent, bro. And every time I saw her, instantly, the particles in my stomach just collided in on itself, bro. Like, I had to take a dump. I had to take a dookie. And so I went up there with dookie in my stomach, and I was like, bro, it's like the 3rd time I told this girl I liked her, bro. Don't tell a girl you like her that many times, bro. She's not going to want you. This is like the 3rd time I said that, bro. And I was like, look, my voice was a little lower, though. I mean, a little higher, though. So I was like, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I took a line from like TV shows. Like when I wanted to tell girl stuff, I used to take lines from TV shows. It didn't come from the dome. I just take lines from like a TV show I heard. So it just like from like a movie or something. So I would be like, girl, I just the moment I saw you, my eyes just lit up and I can't live without you. And now I know that we're meant to be. Like something like that. And then she was like, that's all she said. She just patted me. And I was like, so like, you like me too? And then she was like, she just patted me again, bro. And that was that. I'm not gonna lie, she said something else, but she just wanted to be my friend, bro. Is that Yayo? Who's that? That's not Yayo. Yo, what it do, gang? I'm telling the story about the first time I hit the za, bro. So, okay. So, after that, dude. After I watch out. So after she patted me and told me she wasn't really feeling me for real, I was like, all right. I hit my friend up and I was like, bro, I need that za, bro. Screw it, I'm gonna hit the za. And he was shocked because I always said no to the za. So he was like, all right, bet, bro. At lunch, bro. Let's go. Let's do it. And so I was like, bet. I was nervous. My heart was like racing, bro. I was nervous because I never hit the za before. Bro. So I was like, all right. My heart was like, I heard it coming out of my chest, bro. I was like, all right. So we snuck out, and we used to go to this area we used to call I don't know if I can say this on TikTok. We used to call it the in GTA, we used to call it that. We used to call it that because it looked like one. Like the area looked like one. It looked like one. So we called it that. If y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean? But what we called it? It started with a V. But yeah, y'all already know. We called it that. Because it looked like one. And it was this big gate on the field. And so I jumped there or whatever. And we went in like this area with like grass and stuff. So that's what we called it. We called it the J. You feel me? So we went to the J. And my friend sparked it up. He sparked it up. He rolled it up. And it was like, all right, we're going to pass it. And like, I ain't never indulged in the za. I ain't never indulged in the za before, so I didn't know what to do. So he passed it to me. And when I tell y'all, I took the za. One shot in my chat. What it do, my goats? Bro, what's up, gang? I'm telling a story about when I first hit the za. Yo! So we jumped the fence and we went to the Vajay, and he lit up the za. And when I say, I don't know why I hit it that hard. I don't know why I hit it that hard, but and when I say, y'all know the movie Twilight? I instantly got sucked into the movie. Twilight, bro. I got sucked into the movie, and I looked at my friend, and I was like, bro, you look like Edward. He looked like Edward from Twilight, bro. Instantly, I was gone. I was done. I was damaged. I was out of here. And yeah, bro, and time instantly slowed down, bro. Time slowed down after I hit that za. Bro, what? I'm talking about when I hit the za, when I hit the tree for the first time. So, gang, Time slowed down. I'm telling you, this is just my experience with the Za. Time slowed down. And it was this big fence that we had to hop over to get to the vajay. And so I had to climb that fence. And when I tell you it felt like a mountain, bro, it was crazy. But like, why is it like that? I don't know. That was my first time. That was my first time with the Za. That was my first time with the Za. I don't know why it was like that, bro. That was just my first time with the Za. Everybody got their own first experience. But when I had to climb this huge gate when I got out the vajay, I had to climb it, and it was like a mountain, bro. When I tell you, that jump was like huge. So when I got over it, I was struggling and I fell. But I was like, okay, I'm cool now. And I walked to class. I was walking back from the field, and when I tell you that walk felt like I was walking for weeks, bro. Time slowed down off the Za. It was crazy. And so I was walking, bro. And my friends beside me, they felt like my bodyguards. And I'm walking. I felt mad cool. And I got to class. And then I went to my friends. I sat at the table and I was geeked. I was like, yo! Like, I was geeking out. And they was like, bro, what's wrong? They was like, what's wrong with you, bro? And I was like, gang, I hit the Za. And it was like, we don't believe you because I always said no to the Za. It was like, no, we don't believe you. We don't believe. No, you didn't, bro. I'm like, I swear I hit God's green letters, bro. I swear, bro. I swear on this work that I never do. Then I hit that letters. And he was like, they believe me low key. And then, I mean, they didn't believe me, but I was gone. And then my teacher thought I was like, she thought I had issues. She was like, what's wrong with you? And like, she was being stanky, but I was off the Za. And the rest of that day was history, bro. I think I walked through the halls. I don't know. I was tripping. I was tripping off the Mazaza, bro. It was crazy. But don't do Za, bro. It's not good for you. But that's the moral of my story. That's the moral of my story. I appreciate y'all for listening, man. That's the moral of my story, bro. And that's how I hit the Zaza for the first time. That was my first time hitting the Za. It was crazy. How bro felt like in that moment. I did. I swear I felt like that, bro. Like, but that don't mean do it. But gang, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was actually crazy, bro. Don't hit the Za though. It's not good. Not good for you. Does that story make it seem like it's good? Like, did that story make people want to do the Za? Or did it? I hope the story was boring so people won't do the Za, but what can I say? I think the story was too good. Nah, okay. They said nah. Gang.